Hi everyone, this is your instructor, Frances Carls. I've had a couple of questions over this week's homework assignment, especially over the problems for the dihybrid crosses. So a lot of students get this part, they find this part a little tricky, so don't feel bad, don't feel discouraged. Anytime you have a question, you can always just let me know and I'll do whatever I can to help. So this week I'm making a video to walk you through how to do a problem using the dihybrid cross, and then you can refer back to this video as you do the rest of the problems to use it as a model for your problem solving this week. So here's a sample problem. In pea plants, the round seed is dominant to the wrinkled seed, so we're going to use our capital letters for our dominant trait and our lowercase letters for our recessive traits. Yellow colored seeds is dominant over green seeds. So we're going to cross two organisms that are both heterozygous for both traits. That's the classic example of the dihybrid cross. So here's our cross, and the first step is usually the trickiest. But if you can get past this step where you're forming the gametes from the parents, then you're just filling in boxes in your Punnett square. So our step one is to form the gametes. We're going to take one of our parents and we're going to start using our FOIL method to form our gametes. We're going to take these letters, our R's and our Y's, and we're going to put them together to form gametes that have half the number of chromosomes. So since there's 4 letters here, our gametes would have 2 letters each. So our FOIL method starts with the first of each letter set. So you're going to put the first R with the first Y. That gives you your first gamete. Notice it has 2 letters, which is half of our original 4. O in FOIL stands for outer. Our first R with our second Y. There's our second gamete. Inner is our second R with our first Y. And last gives us our second R with our second Y. This way we get all combinations of R's and Y's for our gametes. And that's it. If you can get to this point, you can start filling in your Punnett square, because your gametes for the first parent will go across the top, and your other parent, you'll put them along the side. Since our parents were alike in this cross, you'll see that our gametes along the top are exactly the same as our gametes along the side. In some problems they may be different, so you just have to make sure you carefully look at the letters in each parent and use the FOIL method appropriately. So now that we have our gametes, we're filling in boxes exactly like we did with our smaller Punnett squares. We take our first 2 gametes and put them together. Remember to keep your R's together and your Y's together. It's easier to determine phenotypes that way, and it's just convention to keep your letters together like that when we're writing genotypes. Moving on. Again, just filling in boxes, and notice that I kept my capital letter first instead of putting my lowercase letter first. That's also convention. We've talked about this before, so this is just a little reminder. R's go together, Y's go together, and capital letters always go first. And you just keep going and filling in the boxes. All the way through. until you have all of your boxes filled in. And that's it. It's pretty simple. It takes a little time. You have to be careful to watch that you keep your R's together, your Y's together, your capital letters first. But once you've done that, you can take this, you have all your genotypes, and then if it asks you to interpret phenotypes, you can start there. I hope this helps. Let me know if you have any more questions.